What is up, everyone? My name is Ari, and in this video we're going to be having a look at Cronos right here. Can Cronos explode in the next bull market? We're also going to be looking at how much will 1000 CRO be worth in 2025. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. Let's have a look at the crypto bubble real quick. We can see that the whole crypto market has been deep in the red since the past couple of days right here. We got Doge up 5.6% after Elon Musk said that Dogecoin will be implemented in Twitter trading. So that's obviously very, very bullish for Doge. But we can see right here, CRO is down 2.9%. We got Bitcoin down 2.3%. And that's about it. Let's dive into CoinGecko to see where Cronos is standing in market cap terms. So we can see the market cap of Cronos is currently sitting at $1.5 billion. Circling supply sitting at 26 billion. And of course, the Cronos ranking is ranked 37, traded under 6 cents. The trading volume is obviously at $5.8 million. So that's obviously very, very low considering that the market cap of Cronos is sitting at $1.5 billion. And of course, the TVL is sitting at $2 million. Nothing too crazy, but Cronos, guys, I think that in 2025, when people look back at this cryptocurrency sitting under 6 cents, they're going to be like, how the heck did I not buy Cronos under 6 cents? I wouldn't be surprised if this thing explode to the moon. Now we could see right here that the all-time high market cap for Cronos was approximately $22 billion. I think Cronos can 5x that from the all-time high. Now, of course, that's not from here at $1.5 billion. So that would be approximately 16x return. Of course, if it goes up to $22 billion, which is the all-time high. So like I said, 5x is $100 billion. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cronos at $100 billion market cap in the next bull market. So let's have a look right here on how much will 100,000 CRO be worth in 2025. So the current price of CRO right here is currently 6 cents. I wanted to round it up a little bit so it makes a little bit more sense and more clear for you guys. And the current market cap is sitting at $1.56 billion. So 100,000 Cronos today is approximately $6,000. So yes, if you were to put $1,000 or 100,000, if you were to put $6,000 into CRO today, you would essentially get 100,000 Cronos. Now, of course, to be exact, is $5,800 because it's traded under 6 cents. It would be 0.058, of course, times 100,000, and it would essentially be $5,800. So that's exactly what's happening right here for Cronos. Now, at a $22 billion market cap, this would approximately be a 15-16x from here, which is what I said a few minutes ago. And this would be a market cap of $22 billion, which is the previous all-time high. One CRO would approximately be right under $1, which is 90 cents. 100,000 CRO, your value of your $5,800 or $6,000 would increase to $90,000, of course, if CRO goes back to the all-time high. But that's not it. Let's move on to the second scenario, which I think CRO can easily get there. So $1.5 would essentially be CRO. 100,000 CRO, the value would be $150,000, which would be a 25x from here. I think that CRO will do what Binance did in the last bull market. A lot of people thought that Binance was done and it wasn't going to repeat the previous cycle that it did. And guess what happened? Binance literally exploded to the moon all the way from $23 to $700. And I think that buying CRO right now today is like buying Binance or BNB token at $23. So that's what's happening right here. Your value of 100,000 tokens purchased at $5,800 would be ultimately $150,000 by 2024, 2025. Of course, these are just price predictions. I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever, and I'm just forecasting the price of CRO. I think that the price of CRO will reach that level. I just don't know exactly when. It could be 2023, 2024, 2025, or the end of 2025. And last but not least, this is my third scenario, which I think could happen. And of course, in my opinion, these are all realistic plans. I'm not giving you guys 100x, 1000x, 190,000x. I'm giving you guys 15, 25, 50x, which is very, very doable in the whole crypto market. And that would be a $78 billion market cap for CRO at 50x return. return. Now, one CRO would essentially be $3 right here, as you guys can see, and 100,000 CRO, your value would essentially be $300,000, which is over $250,000. So imagine putting $5,800 and turning that into 300K in just a matter of a couple of years. That is obviously fantastic. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that the best time to buy is in bear markets, not in bull markets. People think that they get rich in bull market. If you can buy when things are going down, this is how you will ultimately get wealthy, okay? Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm not gonna buy, it's all low, I don't see CRO making a comeback. But guess what, guys? A lot of people said the same thing right here back in 2020, and guess what CRO did? That thing exploded 15, 16, 17x, okay? So that thing went all the way up 17x to the all-time high, all the way up to $1, and I wouldn't be surprised if CRO repeats the same scenario right here, in my opinion. Now, of course, you're gonna have people who bought very, very early, they're gonna sell, they're gonna buy, and you're gonna have new opportunities, new whales who are gonna come in, and they're gonna essentially buy more. So yes, even though we're still in a downtrend for CRO, which is a pretty bad downtrend, I wouldn't be surprised if we essentially explode. I think CRO is here to stay. They have one of the they're the crypto exchange with the most licenses worldwide. So Binance actually doesn't have that. Pretty much everyone has to KYC. They're one of the most legit exchanges out there that haven't had any regulation problems since they started, and which is why I think CRO will be very, very big. And another thing about CRO is that it is very, very user friendly. So when someone is new and is getting into cryptocurrency, right, they're gonna want to use something like crypto.com app. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. The swap might be expensive, the fees might be very, very expensive, but for crypto adoption, this is exactly what we need. We need something like CRO or crypto.com app, because it is very, very easy to use, and it's easy to navigate. They have customer support, there's not too many things, and it doesn't look too messy for someone who is not a trader. So for someone who's a new buyer and wants to buy CRO, they can do it very, very fast, very easy, and that's about it. So the swap feature, yes, like I said, it's a little bit more expensive, but guess what? It's easy to use, and that's all that matters. So let's have a look at a quick TA on CRO, or just a quick analysis. We could see right here that the trend is your friend. June 9th was pretty much the bottom until we essentially kind of increased to the upside. And the big question is, will CRO come all the way down and break this trend line? Because we know the trend is your friend until it bends. There's no question about that. And if we have a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is actually making a breakdown. So we did have the Bart Simpson pattern like this, as you guys can see, and we are making a breakdown to the downside after, of course, consolidating between these two areas for quite some time. I mean, we were consolidating right here since 21st of June for almost a month, and of course, a lot of people were hoping that Bitcoin would come back all the way to $25,000. Now, another thing about Bitcoin is CRO can bleed if Bitcoin breaks this trend line right here, because we know, guys, like I said, the trend is your friend until it bends, and we've been in a nice uptrend right here ever since January 2nd, 2023. Ever since the new year, Bitcoin has been in a nice uptrend, made some nice waves right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the Elliott wave pattern right here. And the big question is will Bitcoin essentially break down below? Because if Bitcoin does break down below, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to $24,000 or even come back to $15,000. So those are my analysis for for Bitcoin. And of course, how will that affect the crypto.com price? Of course, that's another story. If we go back to the CRO price right here, where's CRO? CRO right here. We can see that CRO, of course, is also in a very, very important region right here on the trend line, because if we do break this trend line, I wouldn't be surprised if CRO goes all the way back to 48. It wouldn't be a crazy dump, approximately 15%, but assuming we do break this level right here and Bitcoin does crash farther than $15,000, I wouldn't be surprised if CRO makes a 40 to 50% crash. Now, obviously that would be a big massive opportunity for CRO, but another thing that you want to keep in mind is CRO is also holding a very, very important level right here. Will crypto.com hold this ultimate level sitting at 0.0052? Because if we don't, it will be very, very difficult for Cronos to climb back above and break this level, because of course this is on the monthly time frame. So assuming we crack below, it will be very, very, very difficult to essentially break that, because a lot of whales are going to essentially defend this area and a lot of bears are going to defend that area. But I don't think that's going to happen for now. We need to see what Bitcoin does in the near future. We know Bitcoin's king, and whatever Bitcoin does, that's what the altcoins will do, including crypto.com. My name's Ari. If you guys like this video, don't forget